I'm spending 24 hours in the van by myself for the first time ever. Join me as I take the dogs on a hiking adventure, sleep at a truck stop, and share my thoughts on navigating van life as a solo female traveler. Good morning. Kevin is off golfing with some friends this weekend, so this video is going to be just me. Well, not exactly just me. I have the dogs with me, of course. This is actually my first time traveling alone in the van, so I'm not gonna lie, I am a little nervous about this, which I kind of feel weird saying since I've always prided myself on being on the more independent side. But I think people who have had partners for a long time can understand that you get used to relying on someone else and kind of sharing responsibilities and chores and just the mental load. And it can be a bit jarring when you're the only person that has to take that on. So I'll be interested to see how that is. Obviously, another concern I have is, I'm a woman traveling alone. I do have my two dogs with me, just taking extra safety measures since I am by myself. Today I plan on taking the dogs on a little hiking adventure, but first I have to get some gas. And that is one of the things that I will say I do miss having two of us here, because whoever's not driving usually has the responsibility of searching for gas stations or the cheapest place to get gas, so the person driving just doesn't have to worry about that. I stopped real quick at this rest area, did some search on some prices around here, and we are headed to a Love's travel stop about 30 minutes away. All right, we are all filled up on diesel, so now we're gonna head over to Salt Fork State Park to start our hike. Salt Fork State Park is actually one of the biggest state parks in Ohio. There's hiking trails, horse riding trails, and a lake that you can go kayaking or boating on. But it's also known for one more thing that's, I guess, not quite so natural. It is a hot spot for Bigfoot sightings. Do I believe in Bigfoot? I don't know. I guess I'll be on the lookout for him while we're doing this hike. What are you thinking? She was looking up in there pretty intensely. I don't see anything and the birds are still chirping, so I think we're good. So this hike's actually a loop, and the loop we took, we're going right along the lake, and the lake is super high right now. We had a ton of rain over the past couple weeks, and you can see just how high the lake is. It's just right there. It's kind of crazy. They said stone house. I was thinking something small. This thing is huge. So according to this sign, Salt Fork State Park is actually the largest Ohio state park. It has 74 miles of shoreline and exceeds 17,000 acres. The stone house is actually a museum, but I have the dogs with me, so I can't go inside. I think it's pretty cool that they preserved this piece of history here on Salt Fork Lake. I got the dogs all cleaned up and now we're back in the van, and I think there's one more thing I want to check out here. It's called Hossack's Cave or Hossack's Cave. It's a cave that's only about 0.3 miles from the trailhead, so let's go check it out. This trail's looking a lot busier than the last one, and it's only 0.3 miles, so my plan is to give the dogs a little treat and just go and check out the cave quickly by myself. Despite all the cars at the trailhead and the people, I'm the only person here at the cave. It really is like less than a 5-minute walk from the parking lot. And it's been raining so much that there's a waterfall coming off of it. So I definitely recommend just coming by and checking this out for a quick stop if you're at Salt Fork State Park. I think someone wasn't very happy I left them. No, stay in. Miss me? Oh, vegetarian. Vegetarian. Oh, there you go. Hi, guys. Apparently being gone for probably less than 10 minutes is too much. I'm gonna go and try and find a parking spot, maybe overlooking the lake, to chill for a little bit and come up with my plan for the rest of the day. We found a spot with the view of the lake, and I made myself a little yogurt snack. And I think I'm just gonna eat my snack and read for a little bit and enjoy the view. We've been sitting in the van for a while, so thought we'd get out and take a walk by the lake. So far, being by myself today hasn't been bad at all. It's just been a nice, quiet day. Me and the puppers. Some things just take longer. Since we do split responsibilities, usually one person will start planning what we're doing next or looking into where we're gonna go or where we're gonna sleep for the night while the other person takes care of other chores. So not having that, I guess, separation of duties, I'm the only person doing it all, it just makes things take longer. But yeah, that seems to be my main takeaway so far. I was thinking about all the chores and everything in the van. I realized we've each pretty much done any chore or responsibility that needs to be done before, so I'm not worried about not knowing how to do something. The only thing that would concern me is navigating the van in tight spaces or tight situations. I usually leave that up to Kevin. He drives large vehicles at his job, so he's a lot more comfortable navigating large vehicles in tight situations than I am. But yeah, so we're just enjoying our nice walk. There's a little loop that leads you over by the lake. We're on the far side of it right now. And then after that, I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm sleeping tonight. But right now, I'm just gonna enjoy this walk. Whoa, look how flooded this whole area is. The lake is crazy high. I know they closed some of the boat ramps because the lake was so high. This is nuts. Those trees should definitely not be underwater. Here you go, bud. Here you go, Belle. So now that the dogs are all fed, I have to figure out something for myself for dinner, which it's always fun cooking for one. And I don't have that much food with me right now. I need to go grocery shopping, so we'll see what we can scrounge up. Got some lentil pasta. Got some leftover homemade marinara sauce. And I could add some chicken. Only vegetables I have left right now is some broccoli. Feel like a pasta, broccoli, chicken situation. I'm trying to figure out how to make this meal without using more than one pan because I just don't feel like doing a bunch of dishes tonight. Starting to get hot in here with the stove on, so I turned the fan on. So I'm gonna switch it off. Gonna let that sizzle for a little bit. It looks good. Not bad for a made-up meal. Finished dinner and I've been trying to figure out where I want to stay tonight. I've been looking on iOverlander and on Google Maps in the area, and there's a Love's about 30 minutes away. So I think that's going to be my first choice since they always feel pretty safe and they're really well lit. There's also a Walmart and a Cracker Barrel just a little bit farther away if the Love's doesn't work out. We always like to have backup plans for when we're looking for places to stay, just in case they don't work out. And especially since I'm by myself, I wanted to cover all my bases before I made a decision. So that's gonna be my plan. With that being said, I still need to clean up after dinner, and I'm thinking I would rather kind of get the van all in order here. So now I have to do the dishes and clean the van. I feel like I made a bigger mess than I was intending with this dinner, but I need to turn the hot water on because I forgot earlier. 30 minutes and I heard it kick on. So it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for our hot water heater to heat up. So in the meantime, I'm going to start cleaning up the rest of the van so everything's in order. And then by the time I'm done doing that, the hot water should be ready to do the dishes. It is all clean in the van and all the dishes are cleaned up and put away. So I'm going to take the dogs out one more time here and then head over to the Loves. Home sweet home for the night. Made it to Loves. Look at my guy here. So the first thing I did when I got here was just put all the window covers in the front and made sure all the blinds were down in the back. Before I turned any lights on or anything in here, so people just can't see in for sure. It's pretty obvious our van's a camper van, but if they can see it, there's no doubt. If they can't see in, it leaves some doubt. I am in my pajamas. I've brushed my teeth and done everything I need to do before going to bed. And now I'm going to make sure the van is locked. And then I'm also going to arm our cameras. And then before I go to bed, I'm just gonna make sure pretty much everything's off the counters. I'm gonna make sure my keys and my phone are easily accessible just in case. And hope to have a safe night here. This is my first night sleeping in the van by myself, so I'm actually going to have a big bed. So we'll see how much space I actually get, because it seems like no matter what, the dogs are always all up in my business. So we'll see if I actually get some room in the bed tonight, or if they're still all snuggled up next to me. It's just Ash and I in the bed. Belle's decided she's sleeping on the floor, so I actually have a lot of space right now. There's a good chance she's gonna end up coming up here in the middle of the night though. Hopefully we have a nice uneventful night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. We made it through the night and it was very uneventful, which is nice. Belly ended up coming back on the bed, so I had to sleep diagonal because they basically pinned me in. This is them now. My bad face. So first things first, I'm going to get the dogs ready. I'm going to take them out to do their business and get them fed. I'm all dressed, so now I'm going to head into Love's to take care of my own business. I got my coffee. I made myself a little yogurt parfait bowl. This morning was the first time I went actually into the Loves, and it was nice. It was definitely smaller than some of the other Loves truck stops we've been to. Usually the truck stop Loves are pretty big because they have showers and washers and other things for the truck drivers. This one I believe still has showers. I'm not sure if it has washers and dryers, but it still had like a big section of car or truck care items that you would maybe find at an auto care store. The bathrooms were really clean. Bought myself some coffee as a thank you for letting me stay in your parking lot tonight. I was honestly a little nervous about staying here by myself last night just because I've never slept in the van by myself. I did have the dogs with me obviously, which helps. So I did feel better having them with me. I'm not sure how it would have felt if I was totally by myself. So now I'm just going to enjoy my breakfast and figure out a plan. I found a little recreation area that's only about 10 minutes away. So we are going to pack up the van and head over there and go for a nice little walk this morning. It's chilly, but it's sunny out, so it should be nice. Bye, loves. Thanks for having us. I think we're here. There was a sign saying this is the McGraw-Edison recreational area. The bulletin board that has information about this place was totally empty, so we're the only people here. I also looked on All Trails and I can't find anything about this area on there. So, yeah, nothing super clearly marked. We'll figure it out. How deep is that? Your shoes aren't waterproof. Yep. My feet just got soaked. That's fun. Nothing like super cold water to wake you up in the morning. So far, this is a nice little area. It's a nice big greenway trail, just the perfect thing to take the dogs on for a morning stroll. So after spending the last 24 hours or so by myself in the van, I think the biggest thing that I miss is having someone to share the mental load with, just deciding what we're gonna do next, where we're gonna go, where we're gonna stay for the night, things like that. It's nice to have someone to help you research places or bounce ideas off of, and especially being a woman by myself, gauging the safety of a place is a lot more, I guess, higher up on the priority list with me being by myself versus me being with my husband. I had to pause to pick up some dog poop, but to basically sum it up, I think the mental aspect of it is definitely the most difficult. I would definitely be open to doing a more extended time in the van by myself to see what that's like, to encompass basically all of the van chores and doing all of those by myself. Overall, it was nice to have some time to myself, and I definitely wouldn't mind doing it again. I'm also not sure how I would feel if I didn't have the dogs with me. Having them with me definitely makes me feel less alone, and their presence is definitely comforting. Right now we're gonna finish our nice little morning walk and then see what the rest of the day has to offer for us. We'll see you guys on the next adventure.